man Barton, posing as a Nazi agent, learns that German spies are meeting an escaped German ace. With the aid of Pat Flanagan, he captures the aviator and takes his place. Then, when he approaches the leader, he is discovered.
One moment, sir. I would like to see you alone.
You speak excellent English, my friend. Too good, in fact. Take off those goggles.
Snagged himself on that machine. Who was he?
I don't know. He cut past us just as we reached the curve. Get down there and see if you can find any trace of him. I'll report this to the police.
That's swell. I got a schedule to keep. If it's okay with you, I'll roll on.
Go right ahead. I'll take care of all the details.
Thanks, mister.
Somewhere near here. Hey, there's something. This may interest the leader. Get rid of him as quick as you can. I'll meet you in the usual place.
Come on, you parachuting Nazi. You got a date with Uncle Sam.
Make a thorough search for Burke and Barton. If you don't find them, it may mean they had a hand in tonight's activities. Give me the bags. I'm going to have that officer investigating.
What happened? The Black Commander jumped us. Got me. Got Bert. That's all I know. Did you see him? No. But we think he's responsible for the disappearance of Van Buren.
You're wonderful, Flanagan. You happen to be at the exact spot at the exact moment. What do you use, a Ouija board or a crystal ball?
Well, sir,
You might call it the luck of the Irish.
I don't approve of your lack of cooperation. Unless you answer Mr. Ryan at once, I'll have to do as he suggests and suspend you. Now, how did you happen to be on the spot? Who tipped you off?
Sorry, Chief, but if that's the way you want it, that's the way it'll have to be. I'll turn in my badge to Cullen.
I'd rather cut off my right arm than talk to Pat like that. What's your idea, Ryan? What do you expect to gain by suspending him?
Well, we're sure that Barton is the Black Commando. We know that Flanagan was, and no doubt still is, his best friend. Now, when a man's pride is hurt, who does he turn to?
Oh, I see. Barton, huh?
Right. We'll keep Flanagan shadowed 24 hours a day.
And if our hunch is right, Barton will be in custody by morning.
Oh, but Pat, it doesn't make sense. Why, you're ribbing me.
No, it's on the level. I'm suspended. Busted. See you later, Cullen. Me. A sorry day for the Flanagans.
Oh, Pat, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Save your tears. I'm putting on an act. Ryan and Hogan framed me thinking I'd lead them to Dan.
I'll see you later, Jeannie.
To my apartment, Clancy, my lad.
Well, why did he take the driver in?
What I could see, it looked like Flanagan didn't have enough dough to pay the fare. Brill, you cover the roof. Layton, you take the back.
Have a cigar, lad. Well, you can still call this off if you want to if you're afraid, Clancy. Afraid, he says. Since when has a Clancy ever been afraid of a man or beast? And I'll have you know that the Clancys are a direct descendant from the Irish kings and fought with their bare hands at Mulligan's castle. Ha ha! Cool off, Irish. Cool off, me bucko. I am cooled off, Bob Trotter. Now, just what can the Clancy do to help the Flanagan? Now, hold your horses and I'll be telling you.
Let him go. It's Flanagan I'm interested in.
Flowers, 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 mister. Only a dime. Thank you, mister, thank you. Flowers, flowers.
I'm going to be busy. Don't disturb me, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, your report, sir.
Investigation reveals motorcycle borrowed from station garage by Sergeant Patrick Flanagan. Further informed, Flanagan suspended from force.
That all points directed to Flanagan as the commando.
I wouldn't be too sure, Tyson. But under the circumstances, it's to our advantage to find out.
Shall I have him brought in?
No, that's going to be Barton's assignment.
Barton? But he used to be Flanagan's best friend.
Exactly. This is an opportunity to test Barton's loyalty to our cause. Where is he?
At the Green Lantern with the others. I'll get him on it right away.
May I help you, sir?
If you would, please, I'm looking for a used copy of David Copperfield.
I believe you'll find that in one of the back shelves.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to live. How do you feel, Bert?
I have good news. I believe we know who the Black Commando is. Unless our deductions are wrong, it's Sergeant Flanagan of the police.
Whose crackpot idea is that? Flanagan's a flatfoot, not a very smart one at that.
He's smart enough to have our leader suspect him. You really mean that? Not only that, but he orders you to bring Flanagan here, a prisoner.
And how am I supposed to do that? Walk right into police headquarters and drag him out by the scuff of his neck?
Flanagan's been suspended. However, I assume that you are sufficiently familiar with his habits to know where to find him?
Well, yeah, he could be. Yeah, I think I can locate him. So your report on Von Buren didn't stand up? Sorry, Pat. Looks like I got you into a lot of trouble.
That don't make any difference, Dan. I can still help you catch the leader of those spies.
No. Cards are stacked against us. Looks like we're both washed up.
Both washed up?
The leader wants me to bring in the Black Commando, alias Pat Flanagan.
And that's just what you're going to do.
Oh, don't be a fool, Pat. If they once get their hands on you...
Listen, Dan. If we don't catch that gang of Nazis and crack their secret code, there's going to be thousands of innocent people murdered. Why, if you don't take me in, I'm going to walk right in that Nazi hideout alone.
This looks like an all-night job.
Yeah, Flanagan's probably gone to bed. Hold it.
The Ashley girl. That fits into the picture. Right. Come in, it ain't locked.
Well, Clancy, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Jean. Come on in.
I'm in. Where's Pat?
I don't know. He didn't tell me where he was going.
Well, didn't he leave a note or a message for me?
Yes, he left a note, but...
I'll take that note. I said I'd take the note.
Sure, and you're welcome to it. It'll do you any good. But Pat decided not to leave it, so he burned it.
I suppose you can explain what you're doing here?
Explain? There's nothing to explain. Pat and me is partners. He drives the cab at night, and I drive it during the day.
And what position do you hold in the new firm? Cashier?
No, I'm still at my old job, news reporting. Which reminds me, I have a story to turn in.
Not so fast, sister. You're staying right with us, and no tricks this time. I think the crime detection lab can bring out this writing.
It's worth a try. Got an envelope?
Yeah.
The iodine vapor treatment helped. Now, I'm sorry, Mr. Hogan, but all I seem to make out is Green Lantern Bookshop.
Well, that's enough for me. Maybe you'll see news in the making. Come on, sister.
I'm right with you.
He will never show up. What we should have done is to quiet. Come in. Inside, copper. Here's your pigeon, Tyson. But if he's the Black Commando, I'm the chief of police.
Perhaps. But Flanagan may have been receiving information from some man in this room. Would you care to tell us which of the men it is?
This is the first time I've had the misfortune to meet any of you Ratsy boys. Except Barton, the double-crossing coward.
If you're not the commando, I'm pretty sure you know who is. Well?
You don't scare me a bit. And from now on, I'll know what your Nazi mob looks like.
Unfortunately, for you, there isn't going to be any from now on. You will understand that I shouldn't have brought you here if there were any chance of your leaving.
Making a mistake, Tyson.
We've all made some mistakes, Barton, but you are going to repair them for us. Sergeant Flanagan is a menace to the fatherland. You will liquidate him.
Come on, copper. Let's go out in the country.
Do it here, and now.
Well, what are you waiting for? You can't get hurt with your mop backing you up. Sold out your country. Why balk a little thing like murder?
I'm waiting to square accounts with you for turning me in.
Ready to pull the trigger? Are you yellow?
Good work, Barton. Just to make sure.
Can Barton avenge this Nazi trick? And now we take you to the office of Major Henry Burton, U.S. Army Intelligence.
Well, today we have one of the sweetest codes we've ever had to decipher. We intercepted this box of candy, which was sent to a woman suspected of spy activities. It appeared suspicious in two ways. In the first place, the assortment was very unusual and not as artistically arranged as is customary. But most important, while the candy was placed in a half-pound box, it actually weighed only 5.5 ounces, which led us to believe that the amounts of each candy had something to do with the code. Let me show you. I've had the contents of the box listed here on the board. Look at the list. Now, the initial letters spell nothing. Neither do the final letters. But now count 4 letters in on nuts. You see the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. S. 1 in on toffee. P. 2 in on coconuts. O. And 1 in on peanut brittle. P. And what do you get? Why, stop, of course. Now we'll run down the rest of the letters. A. T. T. I. O. N. Stop. Action. Now, the fact that we discovered a code in this box of candy convinced us that the woman was a spy. Honest people don't send candy that spells anything but love and kisses. Well, that's all for today, folks. I'll see you next week.
Don't fail to see Dead Men of the Deep, Chapter 14 of the Secret Code.